We're about ready to start the second period between Manhattan and Newark. If this were a regular hockey game, we'd switch sides. That way you have a disadvantage getting to your bench in a real hockey game in the second period when making line changes, but that's not something we have to deal with here, so we won't bother flipping the sides for the teams. I'm filming this second period on the next day, so if there's anything I forgot to do, I apologize. I did just change the lines here at the start of the new period. Manhattan can make reaction moves even when they're checked, and Newark can do poke checks when diagonally adjacent instead of having to be just orthogonal. We'll start with our face-off. Home team gets one symbol, and the away team, well, the die is kind of stuck in the middle there, but either way that goes, that way or that way, it's going to be a symbol. Once again, the away team, Newark, is having a really good first period and getting a good start here in period 2. I will pass the puck back to the defenseman. No problem. I'll add a die. And now we're in the neutral zone already, so we're going to dump the puck in and we're going to aim for this spot right here. So the shot will occur, and you add 2 dice to your pool when dumping the puck in like that. A clear ice shot. Actually, I can't do that because there's no clear path to get there. So instead, I will have the defenseman move 2. No problem. We'll add a 3rd die here, and we'll have this winger start going towards the offensive zone. No problem, but we are going to get a reaction. Going to move right into that lane to stop the easy dump in, but that did open up a path here. So this player will do a clear ice shot all the way to here because it's still touching the blue line. We'll add our 2 dice. We're going to have to re-roll. I'm trying to not get any X's and end my turn. Perfect. No X's there. The puck will move 2 more spaces into this side of the boards here. Red will get a reaction, so they will turn around and start heading back towards their own zone. Let me take those 2 additional dice out. Get a die back to our pool. We're at 5. We've used one of our stamina tokens. Let's get this winger moving towards the offensive zone. Wow, didn't roll any X's. Perfect. But red will get a reaction, so they'll go ahead and drop back a little bit more. Can't activate that player again, but this winger can move 3 into the offensive zone, which is okay because the puck is already in there. Wow, did it again. Red will get a reaction and is going to move closer to that puck. This winger can move 3. Can't quite get there. I'm going to have to roll an extra die to total 7. No symbols. Oh, there it is. I believe this was a blank before I hit it. We'll use our re-roll to see if we can get lucky. And we can. I had 2 blanks, so I think I have to re-roll 1 of those extra dice too. Okay, it worked out for me. Even if I was wrong and didn't have to roll it, they will get a reaction. So our move was successful. This winger seems to be the only person dropping back since I can only move 1 at a time. Now this time I would have to roll 8 dice. This time I will stop and make a line change. That will end my turn, bringing the red player up, getting a new line out there, and that wasn't too graceful. And we have, after you roll a X or a fail, move one of my defensemen, and that's all 4 of my cards. So next time I'll have to shuffle to create a new deck. Red player is up. We'll move 1 over. Can't quite get to the puck. Well, we don't want to turn it back over that quick. All right. We'll drop a defenseman back for 2. Wow, they're not doing too good. The home team's having a rough game so far. All right, we're successful, but blue gets a reaction, which means blue will get a hold of that puck, or Newark. We'll add a die. This player is now available. We don't want to do a hit. We want to do a poke. See if we can steal the puck away. And we'll use our last stamina token already. And we will take possession of the puck. No reaction for blue. Now I have to choose. Do I want to push it with no stamina tokens? Yes. I'll move 1 with this defenseman. That way it's hard to pass to that player. And I failed, and blue will get a reaction. That'll end red's turn, and blue will move forward, try to get into a place where a pass can be made. That'll move the time forward. Blue player has a really good advantage here. The away team, they have all of their tokens, and they're in the offensive zone. And this time I'm going to try a hit, because if I can get a successful hit, it'll bump this player back. I'll end up with the puck here, and I'll have a clear shot next time I can activate that player. We're the same size, so the hit can take place. It is successful. We'll bump that player back, and we'll get possession of the puck. We'll move into position with this player in case there's a rebound. If the goalie stops it, we'll be able to scoop that puck up, hopefully. No problem there. We'll add our 3rd die. Here we can make our shot at the goal. We have a clear path to the back of the net if we're successful. And we are. Another goal for Newark. Early in the second period, Manhattan, the home team, 1. Newark, the away team, 3. We're ready to drop the puck, see if blue can maintain possession and keep the timer from moving. But now that they have a lead of 2, they're probably going to move the clock along a little bit. So we'll drop the puck for the face-off. Home team gets 3 symbols. They're going to try really hard here. Unbelievable. Look at that. They tied. So we have to roll again. 2 symbols for Manhattan. 2 for the away team. Newark's keeping pace. They're really fighting for this face-off. 1 symbol. Wow. Look at that. Newark scores a goal and gets possession right back. Right here off the face-off, there is clear ice. Even though they are checked, they can still make a shot. They're going to dump the puck in. And it's got 1 symbol, which means it will hit the boards and bounce at the opposite angle into the offensive zone. We'll have this winger fall down and jump right back up. Use a stamina token here. Wow. Now the dice are going the opposite way for Newark. The move will succeed. Red will get a reaction. We'll drop this defenseman back. We'll get a 3rd die. Move the center 3. We'll go ahead and risk it. Try and get... Oh, that will end our turn. But after you roll an X, I can move one defenseman. So in case they start coming this way, I'm going to have this defenseman drop back. Then we'll change it to the home team, Manhattan. Getting angry. Want to get that puck. Defenseman can move 2, drop back, grab that puck. We'll use a token to re-roll. I made a mistake. When I dumped that in, I should have rolled 2 additional dice for my dump in. So let's leave that there. I didn't roll. I had to re-roll one time. So there was 1 additional symbol, so that puck would have bounced to here. Whether that's the right way to do that or not, I think it's just fine. We'll move the defenseman to the same location. Use a token. Successful. The blue team doesn't have any stamina tokens remaining, so the red team will make a line change. And I get to make a free re-roll. If failed, I get a penalty. So if I want to, I can try and make a free re-roll there. Wouldn't want to do that with too many dice out there. So we're going to take the chance that the blue player is either going to do a line change to get their stamina tokens back, or they're going to get stuck not being able to do much. The center will move 2. And there is the luck that the home team was waiting for. They failed. After I roll an X, I can move 1 defenseman. So we'll drop back. And that will quickly change it right back to red. This period is moving right along. That defensive player will drop back, gain possession of the puck. Excellent. This winger will move 3 up ice in the hopes of getting a long pass here. No problem. Now we will make that pass all the way up ice. Long stretch pass. The puck has left the offensive zone, so the blue team, the away team, will get pushed right to the outside of the line, and the defenseman comes up to the line. That is when the puck leaves the offensive zone. We're going to definitely use a stamina token here because we want this pass to be successful. We'll keep going. Might be nice to roll some blanks. Perfect. Pass was successful. We'll add our 4th die. We'll have our player move 3 across the line with the puck. We're not quite in the shooting lane. The goalie does have us blocked there. And if I would have stopped here, that would have been a post. Would have hit the post there. So we'll have to take that move the way it is. Go ahead and do a re-roll. No luck. That will end my turn. Blue player comes back. I don't want to attempt a re-roll and get a penalty when I'm this close to actually scoring a goal, maybe. Good thing I dropped this defenseman back twice, because now I can move 2 and immediately be in a position to check that player. No problem there. We want to come back. Maybe we can turn this around and go on offense. Red will get a reaction, and we'll worry about this player over here, so we'll slide that defenseman over. I don't have a clear shot to the back of the net on a diagonal or orthogonal lane. We need some support here. Can't quite get there. But we'll have our center move forward. We have no tokens. Oh, what am I doing? I got my teams mixed up there. So I will go ahead and attempt a poke with my blue player here. Perfect. We managed to take that puck away. We need to get to a place where we can get a pass from this player. We have our center right here. Is there anywhere I can get a really long pass? It does not look like it. So I might have to stay right where I'm at. I'll move one. Get away from this red team. I have no more stamina tokens, so that will end the blue player's turn. Might be a scoreless period. Red team is ready. I will attempt the poke. Oh my goodness. That is not a penalty. You have to roll 2 or more failure symbols or red X's in order to get a penalty during a poke play. I couldn't have done a check because I'm too small, but that will quickly change things up. Blue player maintains possession and will immediately pass out of the zone, causing the red player to immediately come out due to the offside rule, and the defenseman will end up just on the other side of the blue line. The pass is successful. The winger, don't want to go here because then a reaction means I can be checked. So I'll move here. No problem, but we will get a reaction from the Manhattan team. So we'll move forward, clog up that lane so that player can't slide over. So we will have to just move 1. No, let's move 3 this way. Red will get a reaction. We'll move forward to check so the player can't move. They'll have to dump the puck in. We'll take that shot to the clear ice. Add the 2 dice this time. We did not roll any X's. And we will move it 3 more, dumping it further in to the Manhattan defensive zone. We take those 2 out, add 1. That was shot by the center, so the winger will move 3 into the zone. We're going to fail. I can roll or move 1 defenseman, so we'll drop back just in case red can bring it together for this last rush here at the end of the period. Red player will turn around and move 2. Blue player will get a reaction. And to keep anything else from happening, should I just make the line change to end my turn? Blue will not be able to do anything, so I might as well keep pushing. We'll have this winger turn around, come back. Blue reacts again. We'll have our defenseman move 2. And that will end it right there. I have no more stamina tokens. That will end the red player's turn and the period. 1 goal scored by Newark. At the end of the second, Manhattan, the home team, 1. Newark, the away team, 3.